In November 1961, a man was flying over Guyana and Venezuela in a helicopter when he looked down and saw something that surprised him. And that day he discovered this region. No one had ever known about this region before. The place was surrounded by 25 meters high dense forest. This world is infinite in its mystery and beauty. Sometimes we think that every corner of this world has been discovered and studied, but we are not right to think so. There are many places in this world that are still beyond the research of science. So in today's video, I am going to introduce you to some remote and newly discovered places of the world, from which there is no way to back. So please watch the full video. Doong Cave. This cave is considered to be the most remote cave area in Southeast Asia. This area is located within the Phong Nha Kebang National Park in Quang Binh Province, Vietnam. For many years, no one knew about the existence of this cave. Because it is located in a very remote area, a person has need to cross dense forest and several rivers to get here. In 1991, a farmer took shelter in this cave to save himself from heavy rain and storm, and this cave named Doong was discovered. But the farmer was afraid of this cave, and so he did not enter inside. In 2009, some British tourists luckily discovered the entrance of this cave again. Scientists were amazed when they entered Doong and saw its huge size and beauty. Then the research about this cave started. Its depth is 150 meters and its length is 9,000 meters. Its total volume is approximately 38.5 cubic meters, and so Doong is known as the largest cave in the world. Scientists have so far been able to explore only 6,000 meters of Doong. Due to the presence of water and light through the cracks in the rock, many plants and animals have been born inside it. The scientists have been found bears, bats, parrots, hundreds of butterflies, and 70 species of amphibians and reptiles. Doong can be said to be a different world that has been hidden from human eyes for thousands of years. The Javari Valley. The Javari Valley of the Amazon rainforest is another very remote area of the world. This region is inhabited by wild tribes and they do not want to have any contact with digital the world. Javari Valley is the largest reserved area for tribals. It is located on the border of Brazil and Peru and has an area of 5,444 meters, which is the same as size of Portugal. About 2,000 people live in this valley with 14 different tribes. These tribes do not tolerate outsiders at all, as Brazilian hunters often come here to hunt animals and the tree. Javari tribals want to protect their surrounding nature and forest animals anyhow. Their forest is dearest to them, but the outside hunters forget that. The tribes of Javari region are far behind the modern life. They chose a different path to live in harmony with nature and protect their beloved forest and animals from poachers. Currently, the Brazilian government is giving them protection, but the poachers continue to torture them in various ways. In some cases, Javari residents are killed to deter poachers. This role of Javari tribals in protecting the forest and animals will be remembered with respect by the people of the world. Danakil Depression. Friends, you can compare Danakil Depression to hell in this peaceful world. The Danakil Depression is located in the northeast of Ethiopia in the Danakil Desert. The natural scenery of this terrain, their uniqueness, the presence of salt piles of different shades, sulfuric geysers and volcanic lava will captivate you. All this cannot be seen together anywhere else in the world. The air temperature in this region is also extreme in winter, reaching 35 degrees Celsius in winter and 65 degrees Celsius in summer. You can call Danakil is the hottest place on the earth. It is located about 125 meters below sea level. So the place is an ideal place for scientists to research, but it is extremely difficult to work here under such conditions. However, some sites have been discovered, such as the discovery of the remains of Australopithecus affens, which are more than 3 million years old, and the discovery identifies the Danakils as the habitat of hominids. Another interesting discovery for the scientists was that the water bubbling out of the lava rock was inhabited by a large number of different microorganisms, where the water temperature is 90 degrees Celsius and it is full of acid, sulfur, copper and salt. Bacterial life is strangely normal here. This Danakil region has been compared to hell, but it is very popular place for tourists. However, at present several towns have been built in the vicinity of this region and they are living in this remote environment. Cape Melville. This region is located on the east coast of Cape Eyre Peninsula, Australia. The place was discovered by Lieutenant Charles Jefferson in 1815. At first it was known as Cape Estonic. However, it was later renamed as Cape Melville. It is currently part of Cape Melville National Park, which includes 2 other islands. The Cape Melville area is famous for its huge rocks that act as a wall. And all these big stones protect this untouched area from negative influences. But due to all these stones, scientific research here has become very difficult. Hence, this dense tropical region of Cape Melville is called the Lost World. In 2013, scientists from James Cape University along with a team from National Geographic conducted an expedition to Cape Melville. Upon entering here, one discovered an unexplored local population which was quite surprising. They discovered completely new species of plants and animals here. A notable discovery was an unusual gecko. With a length of 20 centimeters, a long thin body and rather large eyes, giving this gecko the name leaf-tailed gecko. Also found a kind of light brown frog hiding in the big rocks and named Blows boulder frog. Another discovery was a new species of brown lizard called the Cape Melville shadeskins. Apart from animals, scientists discovered several new species of plants here, and these animals and plants are not found anywhere else in the world. Matua Country. As we all know, Tibet has long been known as a mystical place due to its isolation by Buddhist techniques and impassable majestic mountains. Matua Country is one of the most mysterious places in the region. Matua is famous for its untouched beauty and Buddhists consider it a holy place in their religion. The place is largely cut off from the outside world due to the unfortunate lack of transportation facility. The Tibetan authorities tried to connect the world by building roads for many years, but every time during the construction there were accidents like rock and avalanches. A road was finally built in the mid-1990s, but several landslides destroyed the road within a few days, so the authorities never attempt to build a road here again. In Tibetan language, the word Matua means hidden lotus. This region is as meaningful as its name implies because everyone believes that some natural or mystical force opposes the construction of the road here, as if the natural and mystical force wants to hide the place from the rest of the world. Currently, reaching here involves crossing snow-capped mountains, 9 rivers and suspension bridges over chasm and takes at least 4 days. And so, this task is possible only for brave and trained tourists. However, you must take this small risk to experience a truly natural mystical palace. Situated in the valley of the Tibetan Plateau, Matua is famous for its alpine meadows, forests, lakes and rivers. This place in the midst of solid snow-capped mountains feels like a vertical green desert, bringing peace and tranquility to the human heart. Situated in the valleys of the Tibetan Plateau, Matua is famous for its alpine meadows, forests, lakes and rivers. Sari-sari-nama Cave. Sari-sari-nama is the oldest of the hundreds of mountain ranges located south of Guyana and Venezuela. It is surrounded on all sides by a 25-meter high forest. The area remained unexplored until November 1961. Pilot Harry Gibson spotted these giant craters while flying over the runway, and his discovery piqued the interest of scientists. But going to this place was very difficult because this place was surrounded by thick forest. It took almost 10 years to prepare for the first expedition in 1974. Researchers were flown to the top of the mountain by helicopter. Initially, the scientists descended with the help of a rope, hoping to find a lake below. But there was nothing there, and unfortunately the scientists could not come up from here after their research. But the later scientists were rescued by cleaning many trees. 2 years later, another team of explorers climbed to the top of Sari-sari-nama and discovered 2 more caves. Many people believe that ancient spirits live here, and that's why there are often terrifying roars coming from inside this cave. So the locals think that people cannot come back from now on because of this.